Hi friends, welcome back. So today is day 2 of the official launch of AstroMommy's 1-year tarot journal. Try to get my face in the ring light there. And today I wanted to share with you guys why I decided to write this journal. So as I explained to you guys yesterday in the day 1 video, I started reading tarot cards every single day for my Substack newsletter as a way to expand my knowledge and really practice reading the tarot cards and learning them and trying to memorize the meanings. And I thought that by pulling a card every day and writing down what it meant for my Substack readers, that it would start to really sink in, that the meanings would start to, I'd sort of be able to like kind of memorize the meanings. And something amazing happened. Not only did I start to memorize the meanings and really get in tune with the cards and understand, all of them, and begin after about a year to really be able to pick a card and tell anybody what the meaning was of that card without having to look at a book, because I had done so much, I'd gotten a chance to really get intimate with the cards in that way. But I also started to notice all of these amazing synchronicities happen with when I would pull a card, the card would resonate with a transit that I was also writing about. And I started to notice that I pulled, for instance, there would be Venus transits going on, and I would pull a lot of Cups cards, and they would come up repeatedly. And these kinds of synchronicities really started to have a lot of meaning and nuance because I was tracking what I was pulling. And by tracking which cards I was pulling, and also because I was writing a newsletter, they were dated. And I was able to actually look back and go, oh, I pulled that card and this transit was going on. And all of a sudden, everything started to have a lot more meaning. And I thought, well, this is cool. And then also, the cards would predict certain things. And at first, when I first started reading tarot, like I'd be like, oh, okay, the card means this. Like for instance, we always get the court cards. And when you're first learning tarot, the court cards are kind of like this crazy mystery. Like, what the heck do the court cards mean? They mean people? Okay, sometimes they mean people. Do they always mean people? What do they mean if it's not a person? It's very confusing. The court cards can become this kind of confusing thing. You get a court card and then you're kind of stumped. But I started to notice that the meanings of the cards would show up in my life in a literal way a lot of times. And they would actually be predicting certain events, or certain people would come into my life that resonated with the card or a court card. And it was very interesting. And I hadn't really ever noticed that before because I wasn't keeping track. So then when I started writing this journal, I originally was actually just going to write a journal that was like, kind of mimicking what I did on my own journey. So I started with just doing 1 card a day. And then on the weekends, I would pull 3 cards, and I would practice doing a 3-card spread, like past, present, and future. And then once I got comfortable with all of that, I started doing more Celtic cross spreads and looking at the month ahead, or asking a specific question and really getting a deep and thorough answer with the Celtic cross. So I decided that I would put that journey that took me from beginner to more advanced reader, I would put that journey into a journal. And that is what this became. And not only did I want to include, okay, we're going to pull a card every single day, and we're going to pull a 3-card spread for the weekend, and then we're going to do a monthly overview either at the beginning or the end of the month, whatever you prefer. You can do whatever you want in the journal. It's undated, it's yours. It's got a loose structure and it's guided in that way, but you can really make it your own. And that's what I really love about it. But also, I included this really cool feature called the card date tracker. And so in the beginning of the book, we have these pages. Oh, so not good at this. Okay, card date tracker pages where it has all the cards, all 78 cards, and the space for you to write a date. And you can even, if you wanted to, you could even write the page number that would go to where you wrote about it for your reading. And so in this way, you are able to track when you pull the cards, and then you're able to look back at those readings and you can start to see, does this card come up when I'm always going through, relationship issues? Or, oh, I noticed that this card comes up always when I'm having, I'm dealing with some sort of situation with my daughter or something like that. And it's really fun when you start to see those synchronicities, because what it does is it teaches you to trust your intuition. And that is one of the biggest blessings that I have learned by reading tarot every single day for myself and for my readers, is to trust my intuition. I did not trust my intuition before I embarked on this journey of learning the tarot cards and reading astrology and doing the horoscopes every day. I doubted myself a ton. I had imposter syndrome. I did not think that I was worthy of any of the stuff that I'm doing or any of the things that I'm putting out there. But by doing it every single day and keeping track of what the cards I was pulling, the horoscopes I was putting out, and tracking what I was predicting and then what happened in my own life, I was able to actually see that there was lots of truth in what I was saying, what I was putting out there, and what I was seeing, ahead with the cards and with the astrology. And with that, I learned to trust my intuition. I learned to trust my gut. I learned to trust my foresight and my intuitive sense about things. And that is one of the beautiful things that can happen when you do any sort of divinatory practice. Not only do you learn how to trust your tool. The tarot is a tool. Astrology is a tool. The runes are a tool. But you learn to trust yourself as well, which is very important. So that's the story that I wanted to share with you guys today. I really appreciate you hanging out with me this week as we go through and celebrate the launch of this book, the official launch. Now, remember, it's on sale for 30% off this week only, November 1st through the 5th, 2025. In order to get the 30% off sale, you need to purchase the book directly from me, not on Amazon, although you are welcome to pay the full price on Amazon if you want to. But if you want to get 30% off and it's during this sale week, then what I need you to do is head over to the Substack post where it says AstroMommy's 1-Year Tarot Journal Official Launch Day 1. In that post will be a link to purchase this book at 30% off. You can also get the downloadable PDF printable version of the journal. I sell those in my family Etsy shop. I sell the 1-card spread, 3-card spread, the 10-card spread, and also the AstroMommy card interpretations PDF, all as individual digital downloads in my Etsy shop. And those are a really reasonable price, and they're also 30% off for this launch week. All right, thank you guys so much. So tomorrow, let's see, let me check my schedule so I can see what we are doing for day 3. Oh yes, I'm so excited for this. Okay, so tomorrow on day 3 of the launch, we're going to pull a card for the day, and I'm going to read to you the interpretation for that card from the AstroMommy's complimentary card interpretation PDF, which you get a link for to be able to download to your computer and print it off if you would like. And as I said, I sell this separately in my Etsy shop. It's normally $10, but this week only it's 30% off. So we're going to pull a card and read the interpretation tomorrow. All right, can't wait. See you then. Bye.